know it can be seen, right?
Good morning, Lisa, Pam, I want to say Veronica, Danielle, Tyra, Alika. Let me see who else on here. James already said what up to you. Hey Chris, Tania, Sonia. Okay, I said Odell. Good morning. All right, good morning, everybody. Let's get it cracking.
Why do you keep moving this? I'm moving it closer so
you
I
can't
can see. I'm moving it forward, and you keep moving. And I'm like, what?
Because it's in my face. You can't see. I told you need to get some glasses. I don't know why you trying to run from that. All right. So we're talking about sex with kids in the picture. James, you talking about dolls. We ain't worried about no doll. Why y'all doing locked? How is a dog walking in?
What?
How is a dog walking in? Okay, so also when we get off this show, y'all make sure y'all go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you have not told anybody about the YouTube channel, tell them about it, all right? And so we're gonna do a quick hit on some of them, a few topics. So the reason for kids. For one, God delights in it. A lot of times people like, do I want to have kids? Should I have kids? We shouldn't have had these darn kids. Hopefully you don't feel that way about your kids. But God delights in it. He said we are to be fruitful and multiply. All right. It is our makeup. That's how he designed us. We're designed for kids. Our reproduction systems, we're designed for that. Right. And it's our innate desire to have kids. You hear women that say, I'm on a biological clock. I got to hear, we want to have kids. We want to bring kids into this world. And the thing about it is, it's like when you bring kids into this world, it's a blessing that God gave them to you to raise, to be productive individuals, to come in and allow them you are to shape them and help them come up with their purpose. But I ain't gonna get into all of that. So that's one thing I wanted to hit on. Another one that I didn't want to dive too much into, and that's the emotional pain of a miscarriage or losing a child. Sometimes, I'm just gonna say this to women, you may not understand why your husband or your man has shut down, he stopped talking. Men, or they may not even want to talk about the situation. Trust and believe he has been emotionally impacted by that just as much as you have. It just may show up differently for him. So I want to say this, if this is you all and you are experiencing that, talk to each other. Do not separate and leave each other in those moments. Because I can see how something that tragic can tear you apart. Always leave the door open for the conversation to be had. But women, trust and believe he's just as much impacted as you. Because some people may feel like, well, why he doesn't want to have sex anymore since we lost our child. It has affected our sex life. It may just be the fear of having to go through that again if you get pregnant, so y'all just talk it out. And if y'all need counseling or coaching, please reach out to somebody. And infertility, that's a big one as well. Just know that there are different ways. If you desire to have a kid and right now you're unable to have it naturally, there are other options. It may be adoptions. It may be going through the, oh my God, I know the name, but I don't want to say it wrong. Where you have to get some treatments in order to make that happen for you. So don't get stuck on, I can't have them naturally. Maybe God has a different way for you to bring up children. Okay, so I just wanted to get those things out the way this morning. As we go into our topic of sex with kids in the picture, let me ask y'all something. That in vitro. Thank you. Sex with kids in the picture.
Right.
Do you all that y'all are still together with your kids? Do you show your kids a healthy sex life?
No.
We do. We don't
know what the hell.
Listen. Do you show your kids that being intimate or
affection. That's not a sex life. That is not the same. How's that the same?
It's not the same, but the older, I would say this, the older that your kids get, they're able to put two and two together. When you're around, and some people feel like you don't show your kids you don't do that kind of stuff in front of your kids. You don't kiss in front of your kids. You don't feel on each other in front of your kids. You don't do any of that in front of your kids. Do y'all see anything wrong with that? Do you think we go overboard?
You do.
Oh my God. I don't do nothing different than you do.
That's a lie. I think it depends on the age. You have to be age appropriate.
Okay.
If you have a 5 or 6 year old girl or boy, don't be feeling all over each other and tongue kissing and pretty much making out in front of them. I don't believe you should do that at that age, possibly. But when they're teenagers, like we got a senior in high school, I think it can be a positive thing to see, for my son to see me and you kiss and hug each other. He see a love.
And we ain't tongue kissing in front of each other, but we will kiss each other on the lips or on the cheeks. So we do.
So yeah, there's nothing wrong with them seeing that. I think it's actually a positive to see a happy. I saw it growing up. Hell, I still see it. And my folks are 85 years old. Lord, mama didn't be mad about saying that. My folks are older and they still hug and kiss each other. So it can be a positive thing. You just have to be careful of the age and exactly what you're doing.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay. Saya said, I agree, but kids should understand that when the door closed, that is mommy and daddy time. They know it's sexy visually. Yeah,
one thing I love about my kids now that I almost had to beat it into them. If that door closed, you knock before you enter. Even if you hear us in there talking, you knock. Don't just come in my room.
And some people may not want to tell their kids that because that means that their kids will know what they're doing if they come to the door and lock. It's locked.
Mine heard me see him. I'm on there in the bed watching TV. Yeah. But they was
He tries to make it a norm though.
Yes. You don't just
so that you don't know. But if they hear music playing and they don't hear you talking.
Right. You don't just
they know what's going on.
You don't just walk in your parents' room.
Okay. So you have rules, have boundaries.
Right.
I think it's a positive to show your kids. Somebody said holding hands, petty playfulness. I think that does show your kids that it's okay to be affectionate. When you don't see that, it becomes abnormal in relationships, and you just pray and hope that you get somebody who's the opposite of you that makes that all right, because it is normal. I think if you keep it appropriate, it's nothing wrong with showing your children that you are turned on by your spouse. Right. So that, because I'll say in a minute, oh my goodness, he's sexy. I will grab on his butt. I will feel on his chest. I would, baby, stop. Don't act like you don't do. So I think it is healthy that our kids.
But it's appropriate for a man to slap your booty. You're not supposed to touch his.
Who said that?
I did.
That's a man law.
Man law 12.
We want to touch on y'all booty just like y'all want to touch on our booty. Ain't nothing wrong with touching on your booty.
I'll elbow my
wife. If y'all have not shared the video, share the video. I don't know why men want to start tripping.
Ain't nobody tripping. You ain't supposed to do that.
Oh God, why not?
I don't know. It's just that it's not. It don't feel right. It don't feel right.
So show your children that it's okay to love on their spouse, on their significant other. Who are they with? I'm telling y'all, it's not coincidence. I have changed in just the 3 weeks of doing this book. I've had some aha moments that have, I would say, allowed me to let some shackles go. I also have had conversations with my kids, like sex conversations, like, do y'all think about sex? And what do you think about it? And what questions do you have? And yes, I'm going to have a conversation because as teenagers and with the access that they have to the internet, you got to be willing to talk to your kids about it.
If they have a cell phone, they have access to porn. It's that simple. If they have a cell phone, they have access to porn regardless of their age. And here's the crazy part: as an educator, they hear a lot by their peers. Mm-hmm. Lord forbid they have a little old fast. You got a daughter, she got a little fast friend. Oh my goodness, that's a country boy term again. Little old fast friend, man. I've learned years ago because I teach middle school. When the middle school girls was on this gay thing, it's like, man, how y'all gay? What, man? This is crazy. What are y'all doing? How y'all doing this? And they simply said, look, Miss Chuck, if we had a sleepover, if we was all in the room, you ain't thinking nothing about it. I'm like, no, I'm not. Y'all, 6th, 7th graders. But they in there with the door closed, kissing on each other. Oh, I almost threw up, literally. So I said that to say sex is a conversation you gotta have with your children at an early age. Now, be age appropriate. My truth to my 7th grade daughter won't be the same as my senior daughter. If I have a daughter that was a senior, now them conversations, same topic, but we're talking a little different stuff. I'm
gonna ask y'all something. If you did not tell your kids, how would they know that you loved your husband or your wife? How would they know? It's good that I'm seeing that people are saying, Monica said, I believe it's healthy for children to see their parents being affectionate. Ebony said the same thing. Kids need to see their parents being loved, and it's healthy. Because so many times we show them outwardly when we disagreeing, we arguing in front of them, or having these intense conversations. I think it shows balance. I can show you that, me and your daddy do not agree on everything. We can do this. But then on the flip side, you'll see me kissing on him. You'll see me hugging on him. But if all you see is the arguments, but you don't see the love inside, you don't give your kids the balance. And so just be mindful of that. So how would your kids know that you love them without you telling them? By how you treat them.
I want my son to see how I love a woman, how I love his mother. I want my daughter to see how a man loves and shows affection to his woman. If all she sees, me cussing and disrespectful and this and that, she may unconsciously think this is what men do. Men are supposed to cuss at their wives and be disrespectful to their wives and put their hands on their wives. And this is normal. I saw that. That may subconsciously be in her mindset. But if she doesn't see that, she see a man loving and opening doors and doing whatever and is affectionate, you're supposed to do that too. So it goes hand in hand because I want a son to love his woman appropriately and affectionately, and I want my daughter to receive. I'm about to throw up saying it. I eventually want her one day to receive love affectionately in a manner that I give to my wife. I want baby girl to be. It make me sick thinking about it, but at some point she's going to be a grown woman, and I want that for her as well.
Okay, so we're talking about sex with kids in the picture. So now let's switch it a little bit.
Okay.
Kids sleeping in their parents' bed.
No. That's one thing I did not accept.
Did you or are you allowing your kids to sleep in the bed with you?
I did not share my bed with my kids. Ever.
At what age should they, if you are allowing them to sleep in the bed with you?
Get them out now.
At what age does that stop?
At 1 day old. Get the hell out of my bed, little old helpful boy. Get the hell out right dang now. I'm trying not to cuss. At 1 day old, get your little ass out of my bed. Forgive me.
Now, I did try with little Mun, where he was in the bed with us, and then Bud was like, nah. He ain't gonna be able, no. You need to get him out.
I don't share my bed.
And so I ended up putting him in the bassinet. And then it got to a point where he needs to be in there in his bed.
Yes.
He's a baby. Like,
I need you comfortable with being in your own room. I don't want you comfortable being in our room. Our room is not your room. We're blessed to have one bedroom. We got 5 bedrooms. We're blessed for you can have your own room.
Well, that was not the case.
We had 2 kids and we had 3 bedrooms.
Yeah.
We were blessed that everybody had their own room. Get comfortable so you can have that. This is mommy daddy time, if you will. This is our bedroom. It's our place. I ain't sharing that.
So what kind of impact do you think that has on a marriage or a relationship when you allow the kids to sleep in the bed?
It affects your alone time, intimate time, because now you're focused on the kids. You're watching what you say, what you do, how you say it, what you do. If the kids are in their room with you, you can't.
In your room with you.
Yeah, you can't be you. Again, you need time away from your kids. When you dedicate your entire life to your kids, which is a beautiful thing, and you're going to be blessed for it one day, in my opinion. But you have to disconnect and make it about you and your spouse. Because one day these kids will get the hell out the house, and it's just going to be you and your spouse. And if you're just focused on your kids, y'all are going to suffer. And when they leave, it's not a coincidence. People get divorces or separate when the kids get out the house.
I think this is the impact that it has. And I'm glad that he did stop that, because kids, once they get in a routine, it is hard to wean them.
Yeah.
And if you're, as a parent, if you are not strong enough, and I will go to just breaking them from a pacifier in a bottle. It is a lot of parents that can't even go through that 3-day, I don't know, it took my kids about a day, between 2 and 3 days to really stop crying. Some parents can't. I don't want them crying. I don't want them stuff. So they just let them stay on the pacifier. They just keep letting them, and they 2 years old still with a pacifier, because you don't want to deal with the crying and the fussing, and not realizing that kids are resilient, even at that little bitty age. And that may be, they just will have to go through that. So I'm glad that he did not allow me to continue to let him be in there, because when they get in there and you keep letting them do that, now you're trying to move them out at 6 months in the year, and every time you put them in their bed, they hollering or they crying. That goes to just, when you let them sleep on your chest all the time when they
kids learn,
and then they cannot
from their crying
sleep
when they're hungry. If I start crying, wait a minute, I start crying, and they came and fed me. I need to be changed away.
That's how they get what they want. They cry.
Oh wow, let me stop crying.
We smart.
I can't talk. So therefore, I see when I do this, here they come.
Yeah.
I was this type of parent, y'all. I didn't give a damn about them crying. If I knew you was fed, you wasn't sick, and you was changed, you can cry your little behind out. I didn't give a damn.
My kids didn't really cry like that.
They did, but I didn't care. I didn't care.
Exactly. That's right here. Well, let me go get my baby. Let me go get my baby.
Sit there and cry all you want. Ain't nothing wrong with you, because I didn't want to spoil a child. Baby girl was a little different. I was a little softer with her, but at the same time, I wasn't sharing the room with her.
No, he did. And I think it impacts your sex life, definitely. Going back to what you said, because as a woman, there's just certain things you don't want to be heard saying in front of your kids.
And then you always hear, and I said this, and people was laughing like I was joking. I am so serious when I say this. You need alone, away from the kids, sex as well. I want to holler too. I want to scream. I want to say some stuff, choke you. I want some gangster moments. We need to release. I do. We need that. You need that, because when you constantly, shh, you're too loud. Shh, don't be slapping it down. Okay, dang it. Because of the kids,
And even with that, my thing is, even with that, you will put your kid on this side, because I'm trying to imagine for those that are still trying to have sex with their kids in the bed. So you got them right here, and so you like, okay, be quiet.
Even if they're upstairs.
But we talking about them being in your room with you.
Oh yeah. No.
So it's like.
But I kind of like to sneak in every now and then.
Jesus Christ! Not with your kids in the room.
Yeah, I didn't mind sneaking. If they was young, it was. That's kind of cool sometimes. Can't be. Gotta.
Anyway.
Always say something. Can't.
So a woman is going to be more reserved, and what your spouse will want to see, you're not going to be willing to do with your baby. And then even if your baby's 6 months and y'all trying to sneak in the room,
well, 6 months when they ain't sneaking.
At some point, the older they're getting, kids are not dumb. Whether you think they don't know what's going on, look, them first 7 years are crucial for us, and it starts building every year after that. And that, that's a whole other talk. I'm not gonna get into that, but it definitely affects your relationship. So right now, if your kids are still in your bed with you, and they don't have no health issues, nothing that you need to monitor, this and that, ask yourself why. Why are they still in the bed with you? Like, huh?
Let me babysit.
What are you talking about?
First of all, relax. What the hell you signed up for?
What are you talking about?
Nothing, baby. I was a joke.
Y'all see how ignorant he just got?
That was a joke.
You see how ignorant?
No, you did. I'm looking at you. I was like, what the hell are you signed up for?
What you talking about? Let you babysit.
Baby, it was a joke. Relax. Jesus Christ. I'm joking over here. Calm down.
But you jumped real ignorant.
God, calm down. No, actually, you did.
Whatever. Okay, we ain't gonna get on that. Y'all just saw a tough moment. A tough moment for
like,
no
I
reason.
can't even joke sometimes. But even it's like, God, maybe relax, my bad. Let me go over here in the corner. See, look at it. She's about to hit me. On live Facebook, I'm about to get hit.
Okay, so what age should kids be in their own bed? Y'all
at one day. Day one. Put his or her little butt in the bassinet and get the hell out of my room. Get the little walkie-talkie where I can hear you from your room to my room.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Yeah.
There we go, right there. I want you comfortable looking up and seeing nothing. Or seeing the little things hanging down. That's what I want you comfortable seeing, right there.
Oh, God. What boundaries need to be in place? I just say, with your kids being in the bedroom, okay?
That's just nothing. Let them go. They can't be in the room. Ain't no boundaries.
But some people have trouble with that.
She needs to man up.
No, I seen somebody say they husband is allowing their 7-month-old to still be in the bed.
And it's probably their first child.
Okay.
My brother needs to toughen up and get him up out the room, my brother. Get him out the room. That's for you want. That's for you want.
I was gonna give other ways to do it, but now your kids got to go. They got to go in their room.
They got to go.
Now, if you live in an apartment where it's you in an efficiency where your bedroom is open to that, then of course you don't have a choice. You gotta just go to the bathroom, get creative that way.
Bathroom, I don't like that too.
Yeah. But you don't want to have to do that all the time with your kids in the bedroom. Yeah. Okay, Shatara said, I think once they start to sleep through the night, but that can be a minute sleeping through the night.
And I get it early.
And so that's for comfort. So I don't have to keep getting up and going. That is a reason that people let their kids stay in there, because I don't want to keep getting up.
And I get that. At that early stage where they waking up every 2-3 hours, okay, that's kind of cool. You can't do nothing right now anyway. She just had the baby. So let me change my answer. Once y'all able to get back to business, get your little butt up out of here.
And you should take the whole 6 weeks before you get back to business, because women are fertile those first 4 weeks.
We didn't wait 6 weeks.
All of them except Kaya. You know, once you get to the third baby. Yes, we did. I followed the rules.
I was probably mad at you for that too. We waited 6 weeks. And what the hell you made me wait 6 weeks for? What?
Because your body's in recovery. I just pushed out a human.
5 weeks is good enough.
Oh my God.
And
I think with Kaya, we did not follow that rule.
Yeah, there you go.
You all are tuned in to the Couples Lounge Show. I'm Candace, and this
6
is my
weeks
sexy
is a long
husband,
time,
Ramon.
That's a long
We
time.
are the relationship coaches of this show.
Man,
And today we are talking about sex with kids in the picture.
Man,
all
6 weeks, you can lose sight in the eye. And your left
Oh, God. Aren't moms still desirable? This woman was struggling with her husband no longer wants sex. Their child is like now a year, but after having the child, he really kind of fell off. He wasn't really that attracted to her. She didn't really know what the issue was,
right.
But after sex, she felt like after the baby, she didn't feel like she was desirable to him. So what are some reasons that you think this man may not want sex? And I tell you what, I give my opinion.
He may not have been physically attracted to her. Truth be told, some women, but you have your own.
I'm showing Tyra.
Oh, you said, girl, don't play with my coffee. I felt bad. That was almost a fight. That was a tug moment. I leave my wife over my coffee. Anyway, some women, ladies, forgive me, but some women get bigger when they give birth.
So her body changes.
And your body, you may not bounce back like that. Some women bounce back immediately. And some men are no longer physically attracted to his wife. Two, he's probably cheating. I'm not gonna say probably. He could be cheating. But for a man not to want to have sex with his wife, he's no longer physically attracted, or he's probably cheating. One or the other. It's one or the other. And
I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna add this to it.
But last thing, I did witness the birth of all 3 of my children. That is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my damn life. I looked at 2 of them, I think.
No, you looked at 1.
Nah, baby, how the hell? You don't remember? You screaming
I don't remember, and you said you would never look at
that was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. I was so disgusted. It literally, oh God, what the heck? Man, I saw the head come out, man, I almost threw up. I never want to see that again in my life. Ever. So that could linger in your head like, ugh, oh my God, I'm kissing that. I don't want to kiss that no more. But more than likely, after a while of waiting, you get tired of 4 weeks, 5 weeks. You like, man, I don't get mad. So if he's not wanting his wife, he's not attracted to her, or the brother cheating.
This was fun in the delivery room with Courtney. He wasn't up there holding my knees. It was my mama and his mama. This is him at the back of the delivery room. The whole time I'm pushing, he looking like, oh my God. He was like, oh my God. And I truly believe that messed him up.
It did.
For a minute.
It did. But after 6 weeks, if he's faithful and after 6 weeks I haven't had none and you're able to give me some, say, man, I'm ready to rip your clothes off in the blink of an eye. So if I'm not a kid, every situation is different, of course.
Yeah.
But more times than not, either I'm really not attracted to you no more, or I'm getting pleased elsewhere and I don't want what I have at home. That's one thing my old man told me a long time ago when I was in college, actually. He said, son, when you out here in these streets, you don't want what you got at home. And that could be the case in this situation. And again, there's different situations for different folks.
Because kids change your body. I know some men don't want to have sex while their wife is pregnant because they think they may hit the baby. They don't want to take a chance of hitting the baby. That's when you don't really know. So you kind of be reluctant.
I was just blessed to where my wife physically, she was small early on in her life. So now she's them little ones are the fine ones now. Them fine ones are the fat ones now. Yeah, are big girls now. More than likely if they're not in the gym. I don't know, I'm being honest. So therefore, I was blessed. I got a fine wife. My wife is fine. She fine as all get out right now, girl.
And then I would say some people are saying, I know Corey, because it's women in most cases. Man, after 6 weeks, if he's not trying to get back in there, something is wrong.
Hey, man.
6
weeks,
and
man.
Yes, this is not just to one man, but this is for the wife that is trying to understand, have I become undesirable to my man, to my husband, because now I have a baby. So what he has said, as well as think about if you're breastfeeding, because men are visual. So he see this baby sucking, getting his or her milk from your breast, and then I got to, and it may not be you, but it could be a man. Now I have to, like, do I want to be
down there?
Not down there. Kissing on your breast and doing all of that after seeing this baby, like, do it. For some men that may mess them up because they're visual.
And let's be honest. Women, you have to be honest as well. Let's say you was a size 6. Now, all of a sudden, you gave birth, you're a size 16. Your man might not like big women. Some men love a big plus size woman. Hold on. Some men may not. I'm saying there's nothing wrong with you gaining weight just because you got a baby. Absolutely nothing. But I will say this. Ladies, if you know that wasn't your size and your man is not attracted to that, don't be ashamed or afraid to get in the gym and try to lose that weight. That's just baby fat. It's been 12 months, it's been 2 years. That ain't baby fat no more. You just a big girl. It's okay to work out. It's okay for a man to look in the mirror, because men get it twisted. We gain weight and we can be unattractive to our woman as well. I think a lot of men sleep on that. So it is nothing wrong with a man looking in the mirror. Damn, I'm putting weight. I'm tripping. Let me get my butt in the gym. My wife saw a cut up muscular dude or a slender dude. Now I'm flabby and sick. Let me get in the gym. There's nothing wrong with saying I no longer look good and want to look good.
So I would say this: communicate. As we say with every show, communicate. You gotta ask the questions, baby. Right now, I don't feel like you are attracted to me because you're not wanting to have sex, or you're not initiating it anymore. Talk to me. Men, you gotta be honest, and know that you handle your truth.
Some women can't be honest,
but it's your delivery too. And women, if you're gonna ask the question, you gotta be ready for the answer. If he say, "Baby, I'm not attracted to you because of the amount of weight that you have not dropped," it don't matter that you picked it up because you was pregnant.
I gave birth to your baby.
That's what came.
I gave birth to your child. What you mean I didn't gave?
That's what comes with it. But if he's saying, "Baby, I'm just not attracted physically to you anymore. Let's go to the gym. Let's figure out how to do this." You gotta be receptive and hear that.
Most women not. That's why I said.
But that's why we're talking about it. We're giving you something to talk about on the couples lounge because that's what we do. So if you have not shared the video, make sure you share the video so we can help more couples with this conversation. And so the last thing that I want to say about the husbands and their lack of desire, or maybe you think it's a lack of desire, is he's feeling left out. Because some women, when we have kids, it becomes all about our kids. And you ain't even studying him no more. He don't feel like you studying him no more. You put him on the back burner. It's all about the kids now. So he's got to deal with, now I got to compete with this kid. And if you have multiple kids, and if you're a mother that you just give to your kids, maybe unconsciously you're doing something that you don't realize that you're doing, and that's not paying attention to your husband. And so those are some reasons, that husbands may lack sexual desires after childbirth.
Yes, and somebody spoke on it, so I'm gonna say it one last time. Men, don't get it twisted. You can be unattracted. Your wife can be unattracted to you as well. She's not gonna say it. Just like you ain't gonna say it more times than not, because a man's ego is every bit as fragile as a woman, if not more so. Women are just flat out ignorant and crazy, but men, we can be very sensitive about certain stuff. So there's nothing wrong with each of you realizing, damn, I done put on a little weight there. Let me get my behind in the gym.
So Monica said some men shut down when asked why they're not being sexual. Well, if you are shutting down, men,
Thomas, they can't.
You gotta push through with the conversation.
Thomas said most women can't handle. Most women can't handle that conversation. Ooh, Jesus, big booty Judy.
Baby, keep the conversation.
Oh God, dog. Oh Lord, that kind of distracted. Girl, that did something.
Y'all, the sun is beaming in here, so it got that little. Lord have mercy.
Go back over there again.
Shut up. So let me tell y'all this. Make sure you.
Ooh.
This is how you have the conversation with them. That's gonna bother me.
Turn the shit this way a little bit.
Hold on, y'all. Let me see.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Woo!
Stop, boy.
Woo!
Okay, so
Jesus.
share your experience with them. Don't go into blaming where you this, you that, but share your experience. This is my experience. It seems like this or seems like that.
That's a whole nother question.
We're not talking about that right now.
Are we gonna talk about that?
We're not talking about that.
Are we gonna talk about that?
That's not about kids. We're talking about sex with kids in the picture.
Why
if it come up, it come up. All right. So how
it just came up. You talking about if they come up?
Well, we're talking about the man, mom not feeling desirable.
But I get that, but we talk about what people say all the time.
Well, we'll talk about that next show on infidelity.
Wow.
All right. How can I feel sexy when I have stretch marks?
Man, forget the stretch marks.
I was gonna ask you, does that bother me?
Some men, yes.
After I done had your baby, though?
Yes, some men it does. Mm-hmm. I'll kiss your stretch mark, girl. Kiss it, lick it, bite it.
Baby!
I will. Some men do, some men it don't. Man, that don't, man. Do you have it? I don't think you have it. Do you have I don't think you, oh, you do? Mm-hmm. I don't care, girl. I don't care. I don't care. To each his own. Some men don't like women if they don't have big breasts. Some men don't mind. Mm-hmm. Some men like women with big old butts. Some men like I don't care. So to each his stretch marks. To each his own. Me, I can only speak for me. Hell no, that don't bother me. It don't bother me at all. To me, whatever. If you're insecure about it, I'm gonna kiss it purposely. Mm-hmm. All the time, just because I know you're insecure about it. Let me get that insecurity up out of here, girl, and kiss it and lick it. I will.
So,
just saying.
So I would say the stretch marks thing. When I read that, I said that's probably more of a woman thing.
Yeah, y'all probably
we're more concerned with how our body looks. Is it attracted to me because of the stretch marks? Yeah. And I would say I know that don't look like.
Do your man care?
You've never said anything about a stretch mark, anything like that. So I think that is us in our heads about it. If that is, I want to say, I don't care if you're a man or had a baby. A stretch mark just simply mean your body has.
Fix that movie.
I don't know how to do it. The sun is just beaming in here on us. We will literally have to change. Okay, we're going to keep shifting, y'all. The sun is following us. So I would say this. Don't understand it's natural. It's normal. That's what your body do. Some people say that they can get cream and all that. And I was one of the ones that was buying the
what?
It's some Ambia something.
You get rid of your stretch marks?
Yes, and I was rubbing it on them and trying to get rid of them.
It works.
It didn't work for me. One lady said, I seen in a group just here recently, a lady said that she used something to get rid of her stretch marks. But I just got to a point like, that's just normal, dog. I done had 3 kids. Yeah. They stretched my body at some point, grew a little bit. I got some stretch marks. Grew. Oh well.
My baby got some meat on the bones now.
Whatever. I don't even care. So that doesn't make me. I think it's normal. It's normal. So if you all caught up in that and that's making you feel unattractive, you're gonna have to.
Then more than likely you got a boy or a male. You ain't got a grown ass man.
But sometimes men, it ain't the man, it's the woman.
Yeah, that's true.
But I would say this to the man: don't make her feel
right. We can help with that.
Unattractive because she has stretch marks.
Right.
Whether she is your kid she done had or she just done had some kids.
Right.
Don't make her feel insecure about that. Don't ask her to be perfection in that way.
Right.
Most grown men don't care about stretch marks.
Real talk.
Shatara said, I agree. I think we are more critical of ourselves than our husbands are. Right. I agree. I agree. That's more of us.
Right.
So let's jump on the initiation. And do you think after a woman has sex, she no longer wants to initiate? I mean, after she has kids?
No, I think that's to each his own. Some women are sexually aggressive. Some women are not.
But if we were going back, because that conversation was had when we was talking about.
But again, I think that's to each his own. That situation. There's no right or wrong answer in that opinion. Some women are just sexually aggressive, more sexual than others. So therefore, if you have a woman that's more sexual, she more likely will be an initiator. When you have another woman who's not, grew up where women don't do that, if you will, she may not initiate it. Just know men want to feel wanted as well. We don't want to always have to initiate it. We want you to rip the clothes off our backs. Send me a dirty text. Send me some dirty pictures of. Tell me what you want to do.
We got these kids. I'm worried about my kids. I ain't got time for that.
I see that's the problem. Because one day these dang kids gonna leave the house.
Do you have to wait till your kids go to sleep? Do you think that's why? Wait till they go to sleep before you have sex?
Hell no.
Because women be like, you need to wait till they go to sleep.
See, and that would drive me crazy. I couldn't have that. You couldn't do me that way. I couldn't live like that. Ain't nothing wrong with sneaking off and getting you something real quick.
I think that's a good compromise.
Nah, ain't no damn good compromise. Girl, don't let me. I almost halfway got mad because you said that. Ain't no dang good compromise. Wait till the kids go to sleep. These kids will never go to sleep. So what they could be, they be taking no-nos and drinking coffee. The hell? Nah. Again, that's why you have to schedule a long time.
Yeah.
Man, that alone time, man, is so needed. You gotta release and just, man, let me slap you, choke you, something. I got the man. You need that. You like it too. Don't be frowning.
Are we talking about the kids? Don't nobody want their kids to walk in, hear that.
We all are aware. Everybody should be aware of who's in the house. You shouldn't be having these gangster moments and your kids are upstairs. You have to
that's where the compromise comes down.
Yes, we have to keep the noise level down. You have to. I don't want my son or my daughter to hear us. If it happens, I ain't gonna lose sleep. But I'm not gonna make it so obvious when you upstairs all over here. It shouldn't be that obvious.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
yeah.
Think about our kids. Our kids hate they be just like, every time we show each other affection.
Yes.
They hate it. What?
Sonia says, we have an empty nest. Yes, sex should be initiated by women too. Men like to feel wanted. Of course we do. We've been hunters our whole life. Men are hunters when it comes to that. So we're definitely going to get it. So that's a different feeling when your woman's coming on to you like that and being sexually aggressive. There's nothing like a sexual aggressive woman. Nothing. That's a turn on. Oh, wait.
And Corey said, just lock the door. It's that simple. Get a lock on your door and lock the door. And the thing about it is, I think with women, we start playing in our head. They don't know we in here doing it. They don't know this. When they up, you just gotta be quiet. When they sleep, as Mom say, you can have your gangster moments.
And you still can't be.
And you still can't really be. That's why you got to get rid of them on some weekends. Yeah. Y'all just got to go stay with somebody else, and we're going to stay at the house.
Well, we're going to go get them.
The bottom line is, I guess this is going to be my somebody should have told me moment. Sex, when you have kids in the picture, you all cannot neglect each other just because kids are in the picture. You have to make time to have those intimate moments with each other.
You can have nothing wrong with quickie, scheduling a quickie.
Nothing wrong with that, yeah. Even like you said, even if you got to plan it, even if it means we got to get up a little bit earlier and have sex in the morning, it's always a way. And
honestly, I don't like early morning sex like that. We've never. Here's why. One, I gotta go pee, man.
Don't let them pee.
Huh?
If you want a quickie, don't let them pee.
Yeah, I need to go to the bathroom. Then two, but your breath stinking, my breath ain't right. This thing. Let me pee, take a shower, brush my teeth, and ready to go. Oh, to be honest, we ain't never had to like. So I ain't really just a fan of the early morning 5 to 6 and now 3, 4, 2. Then that's cool. Wake you up out your sleep. That's cool. I like that.
But not when you done gotten to
yeah, 5 in the morning. I got my breath stinking. I don't want to kiss you. I don't want you kissing me either. And then I gotta pee, man. Hold on, wait. You don't want to say that. I gotta go to the bathroom. Wait a second. You don't really want to say that either. So that's just me. Man.
Do what work for y'all though. Do what works. So what's your somebody should have told me, Mama, when you have kids in the picture?
Nah, man.
Or whatever we've talked about today. What do you want to talk about?
We still got time. Just get the kids out the house. First and foremost, be knowledgeable that your kids are there. Don't just be so current. We married. I don't care if they hear that. I don't think that's healthy.
And it's I'm sorry.
I don't think that's just healthy for your kids to just be able to hear what's going down. That's going to do harm to that. Okay, you could have some freaks for some kids. So I don't think that's healthy. So be knowledgeable of who's there and keep it accordingly. And then 2, schedule a long time with your spouse. You gotta have it when you get a babysitter, you get a room, or they go play, you drop them off to the movies or to the park, whatever, come back and get it in. Make sure you get that alone time.
And I would say this, when you have kids, your sex life does not have to become non-existent. It just gotta change. What you used to could do, you might not can do it that way, but you can still do it. So you gotta become creative. When you have children, you gotta become creative with it. Somebody's like,
that's why they got grandparents. Hopefully,
when you turn up the playlist. But somebody said earlier, like the relationship started being so focused. I think it was Pam, so focused on the kids that when the kids left, then they don't even have a sex life no more because they just put their kid. And y'all gotta get your kids out of the bed. If that was somebody should have told me moment. I would say this: ask yourself why.
Already, folks.
And go down 5 times, 3 times with why questions. Why is my kid still in the bed? And then once you get an answer, ask the why to that. And then once you get an answer, ask the why to that. So you can get down to the root of why these kids are still in the bed with you. And if your sex life has changed, have a for real conversation, no matter how hard you think it is, no matter if you don't think they're going to receive it well, go in with an intention and stick to that intention. And the key, something you can do is hold hands. Turn to each other and hold hands and have the conversations that you need to have. What you laughing at?
Function said, I got handcuffs. He's like, I love sexual aggressive women. Thank you, but I got handcuffs.
Lisa said that's what happened to my first marriage. It needed after they left because he made it all about the kids. Then when they left, we knew nothing about each other. Yeah, that's real. That's real. Somebody said in the closet. Yeah, you gotta go
have the bed. No, get the kids out the room.
But I was talking about if they still.
No, he's talking they can have the bed, we can have the flow in the closet, which is cool. But get them out. At that point, I don't want you in my room. That's just me personally. I don't want you in my room. Get the hell out. Get out. I mean, get the hell out. Right now.
So thank y'all for rocking with us today on the Couples Lounge Show. Like I said, this is the show that gives you something to talk about.
What's next week about?
I'm gonna get to that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go to www.CandiceTug.com for those couples that need relationship coaching. Whether you want to do it individually, we do it. We do have that aspect of it, but we also have a group coaching coming up. If you want to join that, just inbox me and I will give you the step-by-step direction in order to get registered. That group coaching is going to be powerful. But like I said, we do relationship coaching.
Michael, get them out the bed, my brother. Get them out.
Go follow us on IG
today.
and on YouTube as well. Next week's show, sex and infidelity. After infidelity comes into your relationship, should it affect your sex life? Will it affect your sex life?
How?
How does it affect your sex life? Because guess what? I'm going to tell you, for me, it's going you cheat. If you think it ain't going to affect what we got, you got to be out your mind.
And
I'm getting crunk already.
And it goes both ways.
What you mean?
Women are cheating too, and men are in accepting it. So it affects. So when you say
we're just saying it's unaffected, period.
Yeah, but I'm saying it goes both ways. That something has to be spoken upon. You would have to speak on how women are feeling after a man has so-called cheated. You have to speak on that, and vice versa. So stop looking at me like that, like I'm out here tripping. Look how you jump ignorant that fast.
I simply said sex and infidelity.
But
I didn't say men.
But it needed to be said.
We're talking about, but we're just talking about sex and infidelity.
I know it,
I
but
pinpointed the man.
But it's nothing wrong with pinpointing both of them.
I haven't pinpointed nobody.
I didn't say you did.
You wanted to make sure we talk about the women that
cheat. Yes, it has to be. There's a lot of women that have cheated too.
You know.
So there's nothing wrong with pinpointing. That's all I'm saying. You did not pinpoint it. There's nothing wrong with it. You have to speak on how when men need to hear you say what you're going to say. They need to hear another woman speak about how it has.
It don't matter who do it.
But I'm
infidelity is going to impact your relationship. And we're going to talk about it next week. It's probably about to bring up some old, if you ain't healed from your person cheating on you, it's probably about to open up some wounds next week. So come next week with your big boy underwear on, and let's have a session next week. And so if you even know people that have infidelity and you got that part in the life, why you still tripping? Why we ain't whoop the whoop? You need to make sure they tuned in. Thank you. What? Somebody must be agreeing.
Let him speak his opinion, sis. Trigger, yeah.
No, Crystal is saying that this is gonna be a trigger show.
Oh, I think she said it was for you too.
This is not. You see how you just put that on there?
You see how just ending you got?
Because you always want to point out a woman.
I know I did not single out women. First of all, I spoke on both. I said when men need to hear it come from you, from how it feels, and I just wanted to make sure and acknowledge it goes both ways, especially in 2021.
Every year you say you give it to that year. Ever since we've been doing this, especially 2016, 2017,
shut up.
2018.
Make me sick. It's okay. The kids are still sleeping. You out here big booty, Julie.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Couples Lounge Show today. We're going to be right back here for 1 hour. Make sure you tune in. If you have not like the show. And maybe you just jumped on because it was just a share. Somebody shared it to a page. Go follow the Couples Lounge on Facebook so that you can get all.
Hold on, real quick
before we go live.
Before we go, because we need to get to 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'm not understanding. Real quick, this is ain't got nothing to do with the show. Just comment on this. Why are people praising Lori Harvey? And I just got to speak on it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Do your thing, sis. I don't get it. I think the girl, she should date multiple people. There's nothing wrong with her being in a different relationship. But I think Michael B. Jordan is the dummy. He's dumb as hell, in my opinion. This girl, okay, let me get his daddy too. And now, I love you, baby. She just said, I love you, baby, to another dude 6 months ago. And then 3 months before that, it was, I love you, baby, to another guy. 3 months before that, it was, I love you, baby, to another guy. 3 months before that, I love you, baby, to another guy.
I don't know what that was.
Baby, people, that's first of all, people make posts and tweets. So yeah, actually, you
that
do.
Don't mean that she really told anybody she loved him.
If you make a tweet, I love you to.
Oh, you said she did.
Yes. So yeah, actually, you do. So he's dumb as hell. What I'm gonna tell my son,
Risky, you are a top fan.
Son. Hoes are for fun, not for love. If she is showing herself to be this and carrying herself to be that, stay away from her or have fun with her, but don't love her. I know that's not a popular answer. It might make people upset, but the way she's carrying herself, I'm not loving her. She's a beautiful girl, beautiful young woman. But there's no way in hell she will get I love you and vacation. She'll get some fun time. I'm gonna holler at you. What time your Uber out there?
So are you saying that not until? Surely you're not saying she don't deserve to be married. She don't deserve to have love.
Not at this point. Yeah, I'm saying at this point right now she
change first.
Yeah, at this point I don't believe she's ready for love like that.
But can a man
being
not
young?
She's
just being in love. She's being young.
But can she not find a dude that she really wants to commit
Yes, she
to?
can. Yes, she can. Yes, she can. She can. But if you're a guy, you gonna roll the dice and try that?
We tried.
She's being young. She's being young. And I get it. I'm not truly not. What she's doing ain't no different than what 9 out of 10. I ain't gonna say that. A lot of women that's watching have done or did when you was that age. Her thing is it's just public. So
that's why they are agreeing with her or don't see anything wrong with her. The women that have done.
He's the dummy. He dumb as hell. I'm not walking in the room and 60% of the dudes that knocked you off, but I'm holding your hand. I love you. This is my baby. Then his daddy hit too. What the hell? Hell no. You mess with a father and son.
Yeah, I don't know that woman. Now the father and son dating thing, okay, that is one thing. But y'all don't know what that woman has done.
Okay, you right. She's just in relationships with them, with these famous celebrities, but they didn't do nothing. Yeah. But the
reality is there are women I guess the difference is because because it is some women who have 20 bodies or 30 bodies, and you may not ever know.
Yeah.
You may not ever know.
That's true.
So it's because you know.
All I'm saying, baby girl, do you. Ramon Tuck would marry you. I wouldn't love you if that was you.
You wouldn't enter a relationship.
No, hell no. And I wouldn't have told her that. I would have acted like everything's cool. Girl, I ain't tripping. But in my head, I'm going to hit this and I'm about to have a little fun, but I'm out. In my 20s, if you carry yourself like she is doing, that's cool. She's young, and I don't knock her at all. Again, it's just public.
So what's your problem with the women that? Okay,
I don't understand how women acting like there's nothing wrong with it. It's like this. Okay, being a hoe.
But you're saying you don't see nothing wrong with it.
No, yeah, she's being a hoe. Now, just don't get it twisted. Now.
But you just said I don't see nothing wrong with it.
No, I do see. So I'm saying let me rephrase that. I understand at a young age you can do that. Some people can't. Everybody wasn't a hoe.
Well, that's what the women are saying.
Everybody wasn't a hoe.
understand
But again, he married her. You might be Joy. You might be Joy. God, you know how many women love you, and you don't go. Man, let me shut up. Man, you have fun with them. You don't love them. You don't bring that home to mama. Don't bring that home to her son. Just because she pretty or she look good. You look good ain't worthy of you meeting mama. Just because you look good doesn't mean you worthy of me loving. Just because a brother look good and he's sexy or fine or whatever you women want to call it, don't mean he's deserving of what you got just because he look good. Because if he gonna mess with you, then he gonna mess with the girl mama. That's a red flag. Damn, you mess with her and her mama? You might not want to mess with that brother. All right.
The Tuck has spoken. Mr. Tuck has spoken.
That's just my opinion.
This is a situation with old Lori. What's her name? Lori Harvey and
Boosie
and
obsessed with
Ramon.
Boosie, I'm talking. Boosie got a hit out on women everywhere are looking to do harm to Boosie. Like they are. Boosie get caught slipping, women gonna get it. Not the gangsters.
Y'all,
the women in the street.
thank y'all for tuning in to the Couples Lounge show. I hope we done with Lori Harvey and all the
Boosie, watch yourself, dog. For real. Watch yourself, because they coming, dog. These women, these sisters are coming after you, dog. You want to fight for Boosie. You know what I'm saying?